Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman. And with me today I have Robert Anderson. And we are here to give our review of Wrestle Kingdom 13. Robert,
what's going on, people?
Robert, it just went off the air.
Man.
Amazing show.
Always delivers.
Amazing freaking show.
They set the bar for the whole year.
Yes. I'm out here. I'm just tweeting out the link. We are going to talk about the show in its entirety, and we are going to have people hopefully in the chat. So if you are in the chat room, do me a favor, comment. We'll read some of your comments about some of the matches and stuff. Also, do me a favor, leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I got a bunch of links inside of the description box if you guys want to check it out. I have a podcast, everything else. Enough talking. Let's get into Wrestle Kingdom 13. We started off the show with a pre-show match, which was the 6-man gauntlet to determine number one contenders for the never Openweight 6-man tag team titles. Oh boy. So the first team that came out, we had the night starting off with, I don't know if you would call them the Bullet Club or the Elite, a kind of mixture-ish of it, of Adam Page, Marty, Scurll, and Takahashi.
Tokyo Pimp.
That's right. And Chase Owens was out there too, who had some...
I was just wondering about Chase Owens.
Yeah, Chase Owens had some... he had some moments in that one. He was out there jibber-jabbering back and forth with Don Callis and the boys, but he did what he had to do. So we get into the match, and they come out facing Finley's son, David Finley, my boy, Jeff Cobb, and Blue Justice, Yuji Nagata. Okay, I feel... Okay, so when I looked at this match, I felt a lot of people in here deserved to be on main spots on the card, and they were just tossed into this just because. I don't know how you feel.
We'll get into that later.
All right.
Why I feel people were placed where they were placed.
Okay.
Why some results happened the way they did.
So, despite all that, we had a roll-up finish for this one. So there were dissension between people in the Bullet Club / Elite. Adam Hangman Page had issues with Takahashi, and they kind of got into it, and they were going back and forth, and then Chase Owens was trying to break it up, and they went backstage with all this drama happening, and Finley ended up getting the roll-up victory on that one.
Now, that dissension goes back to that being the Elite, where Takahashi's been telling Hangman, don't trust these Elite guys. But he's also telling them, don't trust the Bullet Club guys. Maybe he's telling them, like, be his own man. And we know how Hangman's feeling right now. AEW.
That is true. And you know what? I want to talk about AEW, but we'll save it for the end of the stream. We get to the second match here. We had... So, Finley, Cobb, and Nagata are still in. And then we had Beretta, Chucky T, and Goto come out. We get another elimination, and Chucky T is the one who gets eliminated after missing a moonsault and another roll-up. I was like, what is this? Monday Night Raw in like 2010? There were roll-ups all across this match, but once again, another roll-up. Robert, I wanted your thoughts on the Chucky T stuff, actually.
Oh, with the whole the chaos thing, and they think there's a mole in there that Jay White placed. Absolutely.
I don't know who it is, though. There's a bunch of people that I've heard it could be.
They're making it obvious, so it's probably somebody you wouldn't expect.
Yes. So Chucky T loses with that roll-up. So then we get Finley, Cobb, Nagata still in there, and they end up going against the Killer Elite Squad, which is Davey Boy Smith Jr., Lance Archer, and Suzuki.
3 bad MFers.
That's right. The Killer Elite Bomb on David Finley for the pinfall was the demise of this match. I was very, how do I want to put this? Shocked for them to actually like just lose like that. But I literally turned my back for like 2 seconds to talk to my wife, and it was over. Like, GG, done. And they ended up losing. They move on to the next, and we get to the final match in the Gauntlet, which would be the Killer Elite Squad and Suzuki versus Taguchi, Makabe, and Yano. And how do you think Yano won the match, Robert? With a roll-up! Yeah. A freaking roll-up again! Dude. Yano rolls up Davey Boy Smith Jr. They get the win. So they are the number 1 contenders, and I believe that match is happening on New Year's Dash, correct?
I believe so.
So
someone's gonna buy one of those Yano DVDs too.
Oh, Yano. Yano's one of those guys I just never know how to feel about when I'm watching this stuff. Overall, it was a decent match. I gave it a C. Fun pre-show match. Still wish that these guys were in better positions on the card, especially guys like Suzuki, Goto. Like, I just think they deserve to be treated better. Even Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer, like, they're a good tag team. I don't know though. What do you think of the positioning of everybody in this? Am I wrong in my feelings here, or? I
definitely feel you on like Suzuki and Goto and guys like that. Davey Boy Smith, he's doing his thing over in MLW. He hasn't really been doing too much over in New Japan as the last couple months.
Hold on, let me bring this mic in a little bit more for us. Okay, so most definitely. So I gave that a C. We get to some news that we had actually in here. Now, I have to cover all of this. This is lots and lots of news that was going on. So we found out that the G1 tournament's going to begin in Dallas, and there's going to be some matches also taking place in New York. The Dallas show is July 6th at the American Airlines Center. Pretty cool, I thought, for us to get something like that. We also have a show happening in London in August. We have the G1 Supercard at MSG still. And we found out also that Wrestle Kingdom and New Year's Dash will be in the Tokyo Dome in 2020. So they're going to have to deliver on those show plans.
2 straight nights in the Tokyo Dome, man.
Yeah, you can't disappoint with that when it comes down to it. We get to our next match, which was for the Never Openweight Championship. We had Kota Ibushi, the current champion, versus Will Ospreay. Bro.
I don't know what you were expecting, but...
Bro, I know exactly what I was expecting, and I know exactly what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Just a freaking tough match. So, I'm trying not to go too deep into this. I know that you didn't really get to check out the entire match because of your situation.
Yeah, we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Incompetence at work.
So, this match had everybody on Twitter excited. I tweeted out right before what match was everyone looking forward to. And the main match was Kota Ibushi versus Will Ospreay was the one that I saw the most. So this match was high-flying, hard-hitting. And once we get into it, we will break it down and talk a little bit more. And there were lots of mentions of Shinsuke Nakamura during this match. Kota Ibushi was hitting knees, and they brought up kind of the past Wrestle Kingdom storyline with them, and shades of Shinsuke Nakamura. So I don't know if it's terms of flattery or if they were basically showing respect, like, hey, come back over to sign here, or maybe they were leading to he's already signed and this is going to happen.
Well, I don't think he's signed because they get in trouble for tampering. But
please with that tampering crap. No one listen, they're talking, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we're just hanging out.
My thing. Did you see the exchange earlier this week with who was it, Goto and Nakamura?
Yes, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Things are becoming interesting with it. If you guys have any thoughts on any of the matches, I see more people joining the live stream. Please feel free to write something in the live chat and we'll read it. Whatever you guys think of the show. We are on the opening match right now for the Never Openweight Championship. And we were just talking about how the Shinsuke Nakamura mentions were in that match a lot. There was a very cool spot in the ring with the German suplex from the apron into the ring. I thought there was a sweet roll through that happened on that one. Amazing how there was a land on the feet by Will Ospreay. Props to him for that. Really beast. It reminded me of when he did the flip and then Kota Ibushi landed on his feet when he went for the Hurricanrana. Lots of near falls in this match. Really good. And the crowd loved the wrist control. As soon as they saw someone hanging on to the wrist, they went crazy for it. And that's probably because of Okada. But very cool to see. Where were we? We had the wrist control. In the end, there was a nasty forearm before the finish here that Ibushi was down on one knee, and Will Ospreay basically like came from behind and knocked the shit out of him. And Ospreay ends up winning with the Stormbreaker. 1, 2, 3. We have a new never Openweight champion. Very cool. Ibushi was stretchered out after the blow to the back of the head. I think it was great storytelling throughout this match. Great opening match on the card. Overall, I gave it a B+. What do you got, Rob?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And also, I feel like that finish plays into what I think's going to happen at a later show.
Really?
I feel like with Kota Ibushi losing and being stretchered out and none of the elite guys, I mean, I know they had matches coming up, they're probably getting ready for theirs, but nobody came out to check on him like the Bucks or his golden lover, Kenny Omega. That's going to play into... Never mind. Wait, we'll get into that. Okay.
You're jumping ahead.
Yeah,
I saw where you were going.
Next match.
B+ for that match. We get into the next match, which had everybody from different teams going in for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Representing Suzuki Gun, we had Kanemaru and El Desperado, who were the champions, versus Roppongi 3K, representing Chaos. And we had LIJ with Bushi and Shingo in there. So hopefully I don't catch any heat for this, but this was a cool down match. I'm not going to lie. I saw headlocks and different things going on in there. And basically you had exactly what you would expect for the match. I mean, they still had enough high spots in there and did what they had to do. And the last dragon was hit by Shingo. 1, 2, 3. LIJ went over strong in this one. I gave it a C. And I had in the notes that Shingo was going to be a player, but this was an average match. Shingo looked really good, the way they put him over, but average match in my opinion.
I felt like it was bad that they had to follow up behind that Ospreay and Ibushi match.
Yes, that was tough. That's part of it too. But you're also in. I always say like the cool down spots are so right after a hot opener like that, you're in a cool down spot. You're basically the third match everybody's seeing. It's tough once you're in that kind of spot, and I felt that the junior heavyweight tag belts were in that spot. You really couldn't compete, and you just know, like, all right, I'm just going to go out there and do my thing, and then if the people love it, they do. If they don't, whatever.
I will say, for my picks so far, I was 2-1. I definitely had Suzuki Gun retaining.
Oh, shout out to my boy Brian Williams, too, because I got sunned in this in my predictions. Me and Brian did the preview show together. Absolutely great pre-show with him. Appreciate him very much. And that's on all the podcast apps if you guys want to check it out after the fact. But we get to our third match, which was for the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship. We had Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. And we even got a little cameo from Taka Michinoku. He was hyping up ZSJ pretty hard in this match. The new title belt is in the match. Whoever wins this match will receive the new title belt. And I thought that put like a kind of a little, oh, that's pretty cool that they added that in there. And we had ZSJ putting the Stone Pitbull in submissions early, working on Ishii's arm. ZSJ was using lots of different submission moves, arm bars, octopus stretch, and everything else. There were some good pinfalls in there, and Ishii definitely hit him with some strong elbows and lariats and stuff, but it wasn't enough for it. He gets several close pinfall attempts, ZSJ and Ishii, and then in the end, ZSJ gets a modified kind of octopus stretch where Ishii fell down on the floor, and then he just stretched him even worse, and the match was called off. I don't know if he tapped out or whatever, but they call the move the Hoorah, and ZSJ wins the new belt with Taka in there celebrating with him. And I thought ZSJ looked really good with the new title. And don't forget, him and Suzuki are also the tag champs in Rev Pro. Just throwing it out there. Good match, though. Wish it had a little bit more time, and I gave it a B-.
And I agree with that. He had to go with ZSJ to win this one. I didn't like seeing Ishii go out like that. I kind of feel like, it makes Zack Sabre look a little bit better beating him dominantly like that, but Ishii has had a hell of a year, hell of a 2018. I feel like this will kind of put a damper on it, but
yeah,
he'll recover from this.
I think Ishii's ready to be in that heavyweight mix, though. Yeah. Like, I think he's been ready since the San Francisco show, in my opinion. Maybe even before then, but
I don't know. His performance in the G1 kind of solidified him as a big player.
Yeah, I love the guy. He's one of my favorites in New Japan, personally.
Zack Sabre Jr., man, will fold you up like an old wallet.
Absolutely. I know everyone looks at him and they probably think, oh, this dude looks kind of nerdy. He's not going to do anything.
You don't want to mess with this guy.
I'm telling you. Shout out to my man Josh Burton, too, because he mentioned that in the group, so I had to put that in my notes.
Check out everything college basketball.
That's right. Go Tar Heels. Anywho, we get to the next match, which was for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. We had the Gorillas of Destiny, the champions, versus the World Tag League winners, Sanada and Evil, versus the Young Bucks. Cool ass entrance for Evil, I have written here in the notes. I always enjoy his stuff. Love it. Love the entrance. And then also in the notes I have, as soon as I say that the GOD come down to the ring with what I consider Iron Man inspired gear, what would you say?
A little bit of Iron Man. It kind of reminded me of the Cyber Ninjas from Mortal Kombat, Smoke, Cyrax, and Sector.
Getting some video game knowledge in this one, folks. But yes, I can see that now that you said that. I like it. But they came out, they were swagged up. These boys were ready to go. And I just love the Gorillas of Destiny. So when I saw this match, I don't have many notes for it because me and Robert have a thought, and I'm kind of waiting before we say that. In this match, actually, we could probably say it here at the end. This match felt rushed a little bit.
It was definitely rushed.
It has this weird feeling. I don't know what was up with this card and why it felt that way, but maybe I'm wrong for it. I mean, we agree about it, but here's the good points of the match, though. Sanada is a freaking star, dude. This dude's ready to be in the World Heavyweight Division too. I think that this guy can be a champion. I don't know if you feel the same way about him. Sanada's a star, though, and he's ready for a singles push.
I'm just glad he got an impact when he did, because they were pushing this. They were just burying this guy. Sorry, man.
Shout out to Don Callis. But yeah, Sanada is ready to be a single star, man. I'm telling you. And you know what? Same thing can be said about Tama Tonga. A lot of people aren't giving Tama Tonga the credit that he deserves. I've been loving all of his social media interactions. Shout out to Cultaholic for getting flown out there. How about what culture?
Oh boy. And we still love Simon Miller over here.
Yeah, but overall, dude, this match felt rushed. I just thought it could have been way better if they just gave it the proper amount of time. 5
more minutes, I think.
Yeah, and you know what? I had the same thing with Zack Sabre Jr. and Ishii. They definitely needed like 5 to 10 more minutes, and this would have been really good. I don't know. We get to match number 5 on this card.
Overall.
Oh, I'm sorry. Overall was a C. I said it. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's 2 C matches.
That's about right, because they didn't have enough time.
Yeah. Let's get to the IWGP US Championship match. We had Cody, who was the champion, versus Juice Robinson, the former CJ Parker, my boy, from NXT. The guy who first did the I am a nature tree hugger lover angle down in NXT before Daniel Bryan made it super cool. So we get to this. So flamboyant Juice comes out with the entrance gear.
Lakers colors.
Yeah, he came out. Maybe he's a LeBron fan. We don't know. So Cody Rhodes comes out, though, wearing something that I thought was very interesting. And you pointed out before Kevin Kelly even noticed it.
Can we talk about Kevin Kelly for a second?
Go ahead. The stage is yours, my friend.
Go away. That's the only thing I gotta say. Go away. You added nothing tonight.
Come on, man. I like Kevin Kelly. He's all right.
I like Kevin Kelly, but he was terrible tonight.
So Cody Rhodes comes out, and he's wearing the colors of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Why do you think that's weird, you may ask?
Because Brandy was wearing the same colors. She looked amazing.
No, sir, that was not it at all. Brandy did look amazing, though. Don't get me wrong. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. But
hey, he's in Japan right now. It's not my neighbor.
Take it easy. But Cody Rhodes was out there, and he's wearing the Jacksonville colors because of AEW, and they are supposedly being, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't want to say sponsored.
Well, you can say
backed, money backed by Mr. Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So
Shad Khan and Tony Khan.
Yeah, Tony Khan's the one running this, I believe.
That's the son.
Yeah, he's running this, but his father's got all the bread. So this is very cool, though, and I absolutely love the little tip of the hat to the Jaguars. So pretty cool to see that. Brandy
Screw the Jaguars, though.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
Juke.
Brandy was kicked out of the match after she did a spear with her bionic shoulder, and Juice Robinson ends up winning with the Pulp Friction.
Wait, no. Two emphatic Pulp Frictions.
Yeah, emphatic.
That last one looked kind of brutal.
Yeah, he tried. So Juice picks up the win. He's the first two-time IWGP US champion, and what I thought was a decent overall match. I gave it a C+. All the grades after this will be down in the description box below, so you guys can check that out. Do me a favor, if you guys got something you'd like to add into this, please leave it in the comment section, in the live chat section. We'll read it out loud, whatever thoughts you had on the show. But we're talking about the IWGP US Championship match, and we just finished that one, and we are going to move on to the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match with Kushida versus Ishimori.
I love this match.
First, wait, we gotta talk about the entrances first. Dude, so...
Okay, before you even get into Kushida...
No, Ishimori came out.
Looked like he had a... what would I say? Halloween edition of Dora the Explorer's backpack on.
Terrible. Ishimori came out with the skulls. The usual. You expect that with him. Pretty cool. Kushida comes out with this creepy... ass entrance. It was creepy and cool at the same time. Like, I can't even explain it. Robert, I'm gonna let you talk about it. I'm gonna see if I can find it on my phone so I can show everybody.
So
this.
It was Kushida, but it looked like a kid, maybe like a 6-7-year-old. He had the Back to the Future gear on, but it was Kushida's like adult size head on his little body. And it was just, it kind of reminded me of that Busta Rhymes "Give Me Some More" video.
If you guys look right into that camera, hopefully you can see that.
Holy, that is nightmare
That is
fuel.
Creepy.
Nightmare fuel.
I don't know what it was, but it was cool at the same time once they had, I don't know who that was playing Doc Brown, but he came out, pressed the button. It kind of
looked like Tajiri, but he was too tall to be Tajiri.
Yeah. So he comes out, and all the smoke comes up, and then all of a sudden we had the smoke coming up, rising up, and then boom, there's Kushida. Very cool. I thought the entrance was well done. Cool but creepy at the same time. And we got an influx of people coming in here watching this. We are on match number 6 for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Folks, if you're watching this live, we want to hear your thoughts. Please comment down in the live chat section. I've got it up. I can see everything you guys are saying. I want to hear your thoughts on the show. Also, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. We are 15 away from our goal of 250. So help me out there. But let's get into this match. So, decent overall match. There were lots of rumors and speculation of Kushida going to NXT. Triple H has a big interest in him. He's 35, I believe, right
35,
now?
36, somewhere around there. He's getting up there.
He's getting up there, not getting any younger. Is he going to make the move to NXT? We're not sure.
I can see it happening. I mean, he's definitely going to end his career over in New Japan, but why not go get this money right now? I don't want him to, because you see the track record with their Japanese stars. Where's Tozawa?
So, oh god, I was gonna just talk about Nakamura and Asuka, but you went there.
At least Nakamura's on TV sometimes.
This is true. Damn, dude. But pretty decent match. Lots of hard hits, high flying stuff. I don't want to take away from it. I want you guys to decide for yourselves once you watch it. I don't want to ruin the show for everybody, but the overall thoughts on this was that I had Kushida winning this.
I did not.
Yeah, well, guess what? I was wrong. Bloody cross on Kushida, and it's over. 1, 2, 3. We have a new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion in Ishimori. Now, here's a weird note that I had in here. So, the last Wrestle Kingdom had no match under 14 minutes. This year, up until this point in the match, there was only one match that has went over 14 minutes so far. So that felt pretty weird to see something like that in the show.
Like I said, it seemed like these I would say pre-matches, they seemed a little bit rushed.
Yes.
But if there's one word to describe this match, I would say crisp. They executed everything almost flawlessly.
Yes. Ishimori has improved, I think, over the past few years.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. From when he first started out, the kids got it.
Yeah, especially his Noah days. Good shit, Ishimori. So, I had some questions here. I put, where are the video packages? Like, there's none for any of the undercard matches, really, and I was a little disappointed by that. Not to say that it wasn't a good match still, but I like that New Japan would always tell me the story and what was going on with it in case someone hasn't been watching. So, a little disappointed with those. And up until this point, all titles have changed hands so far. Pretty different.
Kind of feels like New Japan's starting to hit that reset button.
Yeah, absolutely. We get to match number 7. I have been waiting to talk about this match with you. If you don't know, Robert is like a Jay White hater. He absolutely hates.
I loathe this guy.
Yeah. So we have Switchblade Jay White versus the Rainmaker Okada. And when it comes down to this match has no titles on the line. This is basically a feud, a grudge, whatever you want to call it, ever since Geto turned on Okada. And this has just been building up for quite some time. And Robert, I don't know about this one, man. This feud's been building for over a year. What did you think of it? Okada comes out in the old attire.
Rainmaker's back.
Jay White's the leader of the Bullet Club. Like, this had an interesting dynamic to it. Oh, jeez Louise, man. But like I said, if you guys have thoughts on the show, leave them in the comment section. I'm going to let Robert take over for this one and talk about the match here.
All right, so my deep-seated hatred for Jay White aside, dope entrance, dope attire. I'll give it to him with the white. Although, I would like to point out, you need to learn your lesson from Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. If you wear white or you wear red on a big stage, you're most likely going to lose. He bucked this trend. Proved me wrong. Proved a lot of people wrong, because I don't think anybody picked him to win this match. Although, it does make sense with him being recently named the leader of the Bullet Club. It seems like the emphasis is getting put on him to carry it for the, what do they call it for? The Gaijins?
Yes.
You know, with his supposed mass exodus of the elite and their Western expansion. They're going to try to...
bring it back to Japan a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they probably should with Jay White, but at the same time, why? Well, I don't know. I felt you could have told a different story with this. So this match had good in-ring storytelling. You had Geto who tried to interfere at some point. Okada caught him for a little bit. He got a few licks on him, but not enough to where I was satisfied. But in the end, Okada fell victim to the Blade Runner. 1, 2, 3. Jay White is your winner.
Jay White kicked out of a Rainmaker.
Overall, I give this match a B+.
It was a great match. Jay White did his thing. Okada is Okada. Probably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I didn't see it. I didn't see it happening.
Hold on, we have a comment here from Deadpool Nerd. With Jay White being put as the leader of the Bullet Club to go for the heavyweight championship, will it be? I can't say that just yet because we haven't talked about that match, but we'll get to you. We'll get into that one, Deadpool. Thank you for checking it out. Greatly appreciate you. We get to the next match, which was for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, which was a no DQ match, by the way, with the current champion, perhaps the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, Chris Jericho versus Naito. Tetsuya
Naito. Now, first of all, let us just say, probably the greatest WWF Intercontinental Championship champion holder. He's a terrible IWGP Intercontinental Champion. He took the belt and ran.
They don't need him on every show to defend it. It's fine.
Oh, but Brock gets a pass.
Listen,
Okay.
this was another blood feud that's been going on for a year almost too. I would say, well, a couple 9 months, 10 months.
He jumped him New Year's Dash last year, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been going on almost a year. So in the beginning of this match, I could have swore Jericho was going to come out and attack Naito. But instead, it was reversed, where Jericho was on the apron and Naito bum rushed him and said, "Oh no, we're getting it on right now."
As he should have. Now, this was not a match. This was a fight.
Yes, absolutely, a big brawl. And Jericho is at a stage in his career to where he cannot be in the ring and do the stuff he used to do anymore. So Jericho is going to take advantage and become a brawler, similar to how maybe a Stone Cold Steve Austin, guys who get older in their age, even Muta in his older age became. So Jericho's in a good spot right now, and he delivered in this match. I felt Jericho delivered a vicious DDT on the table. That was my favorite spot of the match. I definitely did one of the ouch gifs on Twitter. That freaking looked brutal in my opinion. Jericho, there were lots of kendo stick shots with chairs. What a match, dude.
Naito ripped off one of the ring aprons. Just started bashing him in the head with it.
John Esperanza says, clean finishes all around. What a difference from what the E puts out on their pay-per-views. Refreshing. John, if this is your first time checking out New Japan Pro Wrestling, you will not be disappointed with this. I've been watching Wrestle Kingdoms for about 5 years, I think now at this point. And I absolutely enjoy the New Japan Pro Wrestling product. My problem is that it's not readily available all the time to me. So I watch the big shows and that's about it. But absolutely, I agree with that. Rob, what do you think on that comment from John?
First, I don't like calling them the E. I don't think they deserve a nickname right now. But no, I like that. You know, definitive finishes add to a better product. So
I agree with that. We get back into the Jericho Naito match, and there were some good spots in here that they definitely got me. Like, if somebody says that this was their match of the night, I will not complain. I'm not going to argue with you about that.
I think this was my favorite match of the night.
Absolutely. Jericho and Naito was the match I think that you could have the most fun watching because they had all of the other elements added to it.
Oh, yeah.
That Jericho low blow where the referee looked the other way, low blow into the codebreaker, I thought it was it. I'm not going to lie.
Me.
That was a good kick out. But Naito kicks out at 2. And then, how did he end it? Was it 2?
2 Destinos.
Yes. Back to back, because he had already hit one before where they had kicked out. And an amazing finish. I gave it a grade of an A- for that match. I thought it deserved it.
And I'm right there with you.
Folks, if you guys are coming into the chat, I see more people are watching now. Do me a favor. Come in here. You guys can talk in the live chat. I'll read whatever your comments are. We are on the main event match as we speak right now. And I would love to hear what you guys think of the main event. So if you guys have comments, please put them down there below. Robert, it's time. Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Man, what a main event it was.
It was. I thought, well, we had the cool entrance for Tanahashi. That hair.
Best hair in the business. All time.
Oh, man. Coming from me, I can't really say too much about...
Bald is beautiful.
That's right. Kenny Omega had a really dope entrance, too. And actually, I have a note in here for you. So I'll give you 100% credit for saying this about his entrance attire from Spider-Man.
All right, so you looked at the attire. It reminded me of the big-time stealth suit from Spider-Man when he was working at the big-time corporations in some of the comics. We'll get into that after we get to the results of this match, of why I wanted to point that out.
Absolutely. He also came out with the one wing
angel, Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII. All my video game nerds out there, Sephiroth's a bastard though.
Last time we were talking about Kenny Omega, he has been out for quite some time, and in the video package it was explained that he was out making pro wrestling better. Is that how it was explained?
So he hasn't really been defending his title too much, and in this video package, he was explaining like, you know, the whole thing with the Golden Elite. I can't talk today for some reason. It's 7 in the morning.
We're tired.
So you had the Golden Elite, the Golden Lovers, whole Bullet Club breakup thing. You know, he was out there basically saying like he was making wrestling better. He was trying to change the world.
Casey.
Come on,
Casey. Casey Classic just made me laugh in the chat.
Sephiroth?
Shout out to Frederick J. Francis. Sephiroth! It's an old YouTube video. Insider joke, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, this was an amazing match. Not one to be slept on. We went in knowing that this match could go potentially the full hour, and it almost did.
Yeah. Just over 40, I believe, right?
Yeah. Lots of V-trigger knees. You had so many good moves. German suplexes, moonsaults, everything you would expect in this match. Kenny Omega's knee was the focus of the match once he did his roll through, and it looked like he hurt it, but it was just tremendous selling, I think, now at this point.
Although they did have me on that dragon screw when he was on the top rope coming
That
off.
was right after. I was just going to get to that. He basically tried to go up to do like a springboard moonsault like he usually does, but his leg was hanging over because he just hurt it. And they did a like kind of a reverse dragon screw on the ropes there, and unbelievable. Kenny Omega goes down. He's hurt. The Young Bucks are out ringside with him, showing concern. And then we get to the finish. There was a tough battle. Actually, let me talk about one other spot. That table spot on the outside. Oh man, dude.
Tanahashi just smacked right through that table.
Yeah, he ate it pretty bad.
Chest first.
Kenny Omega and Tanahashi put their bodies through hell for this match. Lots of slaps to the face. I don't know how these guys take that stuff.
Tanahashi was taking some mean slaps and he wasn't budging.
Yeah. So, like I said, tough battle.
Before we get to that finish, there's one spot I want to talk about.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So, Tanahashi goes up for a high fly flow. Kenny Omega blocks it. Hits him with a V trigger, and it wasn't the one wing angel. It was what the hell was it? The corkscrew bomb or something like that.
Yeah.
He hits that. Kenny Omega goes up for his version of the high fly flow. Hits it. Tanahashi kicks out at 1.
Oh yes.
Classic New Japan no sell.
Yes, and
you gotta have one of those.
And John Esperanza brought up. Esperanza brought up another excellent point about Kenny's entrance too. I forgot about the 8-bit video game part, but that was in Be the Elite on YouTube, so that's why I didn't bring that up. But that was an excellent point. And
I kind of wish they would have showed that more on camera, because it was a dope story that they had in there.
Yeah, I wish that would have been part of the video package, perhaps. Yeah. Tanahashi, this is from John Esperanza as well. Tanahashi really impressed me. Dude ages like wine. That Kenny entrance was dope. The RPG 8-bit video game they put up was a huge markout moment for gamers like myself. John, absolutely. We're both video game fans as well, and I thought that was a really cool moment as well.
Also, he had circuit boards on his knees, on his knee pads. And also, shout out to Kenny. He didn't lose his kick pads this time.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time in like 2 years his kick pads didn't get put out of place.
I know, we had a bet on that, and I definitely lost. I was disappointed. But, Rob, go ahead. Give the finish for it, bro.
All right. So, shocking finish. High fly flow.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. It was...
The ace of New Japan has returned. The old school style prevailed in this battle of the new school of wrestling versus the old school of wrestling. And the old school has prevailed in this match. And Tanahashi has done it.
Now, I feel like they did this strategically, because during this show, we saw the rumors of WWE makes a tremendous offer to Kenny Omega, and I guess he's supposed to be flying in. That's just the rumors. I'm not sure if any of this is true. Now,
hold on. We're gonna get into all that because I want to make that our last topic of discussion because I think that'll really get the chat buzzing.
Okay.
So overall, I give it a grade of an A. That was the highest ranked match on the show. Like I said, I could see the last 2 matches both being great, and they did a tremendous build, I thought, from a B+, A-, A. The last 3 matches flowed really well. The rest of the card felt rushed, and if you didn't notice, every title changed hands on this show. Every single one of them. Unbelievable stuff here. Overall, I give this show a B, if anybody cares. But good show. I just thought that New Japan kind of rushed the earlier matches a little bit. Just my thoughts on it. But let's talk about this AEW stuff real quick. I just ordered a t-shirt today. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees. Hopefully
20% off right now if you guys want to go.
That's right. And hopefully I'll have some Everything Pro Wrestling shirts on there real soon. But I need more subscribers, so make sure you click the subscribe button, like the video, and I really want to hear from you guys in the comment section if you have anything that you'd like to say. But Robert, let's talk about this Kenny Omega drama, the AEW stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in pro wrestling's in a really good state right now, in my opinion.
It's a state where you want it to be.
Exactly. Go ahead, Robert. Finish your thoughts. I'm sorry, I cut you off before about that, but I wanted to save it.
Okay, so like I said, we've all heard the rumors. Kenny Omega possibly to WWE. We got AEW, Ring of Honor. The man, he's in charge of his own destiny right now. Like I said, I think they did this strategically. It's gonna get more people that will watch the New Year's Dash show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's gonna happen with Tanahashi? He's the new champ now. We got Matt says Wrestle Kingdom 13 was amazing. 100%.
Absolutely, Matt. I agree. Thank you for tuning in. Right now, we're talking about the AEW stuff. Where do you guys think Kenny Omega's going? Please sound off in the live chat. I want to hear from you guys. I don't care how long this video is at this point.
See, me, I'm torn at this point right now. I want to see him stay in New Japan. Because there's rumors of Ring of Honor, New Japan, AEW working out some sort of working relationship, which will be amazing.
Can I ask you this? Could this at all be possible for Kenny Omega to be a free agent? Go where he wants to go? I feel like that's the new trend in pro wrestling. Like Cody and all these other guys were doing it. Why can't he just come in, sign short-term deals? You pay me money, I show up, I do my thing, then I go when I'm ready to go.
Matt also says, I honestly think Kenny might go to WWE, but I want him to stay in Japan.
Let me say, can I be the arguer of WWE for a moment? I know you guys don't want to hear this, but Roman Reigns is gone, and I'm sad about that. Listen, I don't hate Roman Reigns. I'm not his biggest fan. I think there were things with the character you could change, but I don't think he sucked as bad as people made it sound like. Yeah. And with all that being said, there is no top guy in WWE. And in my opinion, there's no better time for him to go to WWE than right now. He can make crazy demands for the money he wants and get the storytelling that he wants. He needs to go in and set what he wants, though. Kenny Omega needs to go where he's going to be happy and take advantage. And we've got some comments going on here.
All right, so we got
Lester. What does he say? Who's the best match? Lester, in my opinion,
main event.
I'm going to go with the main event, Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Or I also recommend you check out Chris Jericho versus Naito, which is really close.
Okay. So best match was definitely the main event. My favorite match was the Intercontinental title match.
Fair point, good sir. Fair point on that.
All right.
I think this is John once again here. John, who we've been talking about this whole time. I think Kenny will resign with NJPW, and Ibushi match is inevitable. John,
now, I was getting into that earlier.
Robert, take your stand on that.
Yeah, Ibushi was taken out on the stretcher earlier. Bucks, Kenny didn't come out to check on him. I think Ibushi's gonna call him out for that. Because I was there for you this whole time. Where were you when I needed you? Also, we had another one from Deadpool. Even though Kenny lost, I don't think he's done with New Japan. Or maybe he'll be like Ibushi, free agenting until he gets a feel somewhere.
I like that, Deadpool.
I think it's different with Kenny, though, because, you know, he was just the champion. He's got some unfinished business.
I don't know, though. I see Deadpool's point to that, because Kenny has options, dude. Why he doesn't have to rush either. If he doesn't want to, why rush your decision on where you're gonna go? I don't know. I think there's a lot of different things he could do. Shout out to everybody who's watching real quick. We're still going to continue to talk about what's Kenny Omega going to do and All Elite Wrestling and everything else. But do me a favor, if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. trying to grow the brand a little bit. I'm also on podcast. If you are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, TuneIn, wherever, look up Everything Pro Wrestling. It's a show by the fans, for the fans. What you guys have to say is very important. I feel not enough podcasters are out there doing that stuff, so I want to hear from you guys. Your words are very important to this show. That's why I got Robert on with me right now, talking some pro wrestling. Let's get back into this one. What was the best match? For my opinion, it was the main event. Lester, I can definitely agree with you on that.
We also got Lester. Thank you from Italy. Well, you're welcome from America. Salud.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Big fan of the Italian foods myself. John, I think we were already there, and I agree with that. He would be a top guy in WWE.
He would have to be.
Why?
You brought Kenny Omega in. It's almost a license to print money.
Dude, you cannot go wrong by picking up Kenny Omega in the WWE. Is there enough time for him to debut in the Royal Rumble? Does anyone know his actual contract situation?
It's supposed to expire at the end of June or end of January.
And Lester retracted his message that he had up there. End of January, though, you said?
Yeah.
This could make WrestleMania season very interesting for the WWE, but what point? What's going on with New Japan in your mind right now? Because there's also rumors that AEW, Ring of Honor, and New Japan are all supposed to meet after this event, supposedly, so within the next day or two, to figure out how to use the talent. But there's political issues going on, which I don't know how that would happen. Maybe top guys are afraid to lose their spots or whatever. But what do you think, Rob? Is there a way to make that relationship work amongst themselves?
Honestly, I say let the lunatics run the asylum.
I think they're trying to anyway, in my opinion.
I'm excited about AEW.
They've got a lot of hope, and I hope that we get some shows here in Buffalo, New York, personally.
Yeah.
Absolutely would love to have that, but
I'd travel.
Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Always enjoy seeing everything out there. I have just updated all my scores into the description box for you guys if you heard me clicking around there. If Kenny does go to WWE, how would you like him to debut? Royal Rumble, Raw after Mania?
It's got to be the Rumble.
I think it has to be the Rumble, and I think it would be very cool for him to win the Royal Rumble. Just coming in there like that. I think it would be excellent. We got more comments coming in here.
I don't think Kenny should go to the Fed because although he can be seen at an AJ Styles level, I have a feeling he'll eventually get a Balor treatment. I think that, like I said, they supposedly made him some tremendous offer. I don't think they would mess their investment up.
I would hope not at this point.
Now, let's say he does come in, wins the Rumble. Who do you want to see him challenge? Brock?
That would be interesting.
Or would it be Brock or Braun? Daniel Bryan or AJ?
Here, let me say this. With Brock Lesnar, this is just a weird WWE point that I'm just going to point out here towards the end. Brock Lesnar has to lose to somebody who that he hasn't already beaten, in my opinion, for this to be effective at all. And I think that you would have to have like a Kenny Omega beat him. There was hope when he fought Joe the first time. There was hope when he fought Braun the first time. You have to have it be someone who isn't there, in my opinion, or someone he hasn't faced. Rollins is one of the few guys who you could still have hope in, so that could be an excellent match. Why not even have maybe AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan face Kenny Omega, though? I think that could be a excellent match with a story behind it for the internet fans, and one that you could build up amongst other fans by saying Kenny Omega has come back from Japan to take over the WWE now.
You can't go wrong.
Absolutely not. Robert, this has been an amazing night for pro wrestling.
It always is, man. I always look forward to this time of year. And also, we're on our way to the Royal Rumble, which is the best timing for WWE.
Yes.
If Kenny wins the Rumble, I see Kenny versus Bryan, maybe afterwards a Kenny versus AJ feud, or even a triple threat. I would love that.
Deadpool, right here, bro. You heard me. We're on the same page, bro. Overall, though, wrestling's in a good place. Lots of feds to watch, whether We have an Impact Wrestling show that's coming up on Sunday. A lot of people aren't thinking about that right now, but don't forget that. You have top to bottom. I'm sorry. Great event. Yes, Tribe. I definitely will agree with that. I appreciate you coming in, checking out the stream, guys. Like I said, it's so important for me to get as many likes and subscribes as I can right now. I know that the YouTube channel only puts up the reviews for the show, but you guys are the best fans in the world. I appreciate each and every one of you who stayed up to watch Wrestle Kingdom and also join us to talk some pro wrestling a little bit afterwards. And I don't want to keep you guys up all night. I'm getting a little tired myself sitting here. Hence why some of the words in this were messed up a little bit. I apologize, but it's a tiring time.
Hey, we shoot from the hip.
That's right. And I don't know how you guys who do this all the time do it. Thank you. John, thank you so much for subbing. I appreciate it, and I would love for you guys to come back into the chats more. And me and Robert are done talking about everything else. Hold on here. Tribe said,
I was a bit surprised that Jay White won clean. Same here. I predicted he would win, but thought it would be by dirtier tactics. It would have made more sense. Gato did get involved a little bit, but it wasn't involved in the finish. I said they're trying to establish new stars, so
I think Jay White needed to look strong though, because the Bullet Club unfortunately has been weakened a little bit, and they had to show their dominance once again.
Also, Beretta is turning tomorrow night. I feel like that's too obvious.
Tribe.
I feel like that's too obvious, man.
You think it's Chucky T?
I don't think it's gonna be either.
Really? The New Year's Dash show should be very interesting. I don't know if I'll have time to get a review up, but I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to everyone who has subbed to the channel. If this is your first time watching, if you like the video, please leave it a thumbs up so more people can check it out. Also, nah, Chucky T isn't. Oh, okay. All right, Tribe. I'm going to hold you to this now. Like I said, we have links inside the description box with all the grades for each of the matches in there, the overall show grade. We have links for our Facebook group, the official Facebook page, which has over 1,000 likes. Our Twitter, give us a follow on Twitter at EPW Show. And Beretta has motives. Tribe, I'm holding Tribe to this.
We'll see.
I'm gonna remember this. He could be right though. I think he's bringing up some good points. He's got my mind racing a little bit now. So like I said, like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate it. And I want to just go through and give a shout out to everybody who joined us. Shout out to KC Classic 7. He joined us right before he woke up this morning. Deadpool, you were amazing in this chat. Thank you so much. John, great comments throughout the entire show. I appreciate you. John Esperanza. Casey Classic with more comments. John, shout out to the guy named Matt. Matt was also amazing in here. He came in with a few comments. Lester, appreciate you, bro. And Tribe came in. He came in with some deep thoughts. Derek Shelton, what's going on, bro? What up, D? Let's see here. Also, Beretta was upset about not getting a U.S. title shot. Tribe, I promise you, bro, I'm going to hold you to this.
I feel like they're doing too much things to make it look like it's going to be him, but we'll see.
Yeah. We got the big New Year's Dash show. Is that tomorrow?
Yep.
So, big New Year's Dash show. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope you guys check it out. Thank you so much for joining us to talk some pro wrestling. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. But we are out for this time. Any more comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and peace.